If I go for plugs, I can guarantee the colours that I want.
The packaging is absolutely amazing because it's so secure.
A real value for money, and I'll definitely buy plants again from Thompson Morgan.
I would recommend them to my friends. They're amazing.
No complaints whatsoever.
Hello, I'm Sarah Hollenby. Now you may be wondering what all the excitement is about. Is it the promise of lovely days to come? Is it the discovery of a rare bargain? Or is it the sight of a garden so beautiful it takes your breath away? Well, actually, it's all of these things, and it's here for you in Thompson & Morgan's Young Plants video for 2002. You've just heard some of the reasons why Thompson & Morgan have so many faithful customers. Each year they strive to bring you the highest quality plants at the lowest possible price. Established in 1855, they have a wealth of gardening knowledge to deliver on every promise. As always, their promise is to help you create your most beautiful garden ever. And there's no better way to get started than with the latest Thompson & Morgan collection of young plants, which includes some new and exciting introductions for 2002. And there are some lovely surprises in store for you with T&M's very special offers. For example, with any order, large or small, 50 choice sweet pea plants will be added to your list for only £2.49. They're worth £12. Just listen to what T&M customers Eileen and Cliff Davey wrote in to say. Unquestionably, we have the finest display of sweet peas we have ever had in many, many years of growing them. The plants are wonderfully healthy, the blooms and stems are first class, and the variety of colours is just truly magnificent. Now, everyone knows that the Busy Lizzie is the versatility queen of the garden. They're so fantastic in containers, baskets, pots and borders, which is why T&M are making this very special offer to their customers. Spend just £25 and they'll add 52 accent Busy Lizzie plants to your order for only £2.99. Now that's an overall saving of £8 on the normal price. Busy Lizzies have never been such good value. And as always, there are no postage and packing charges. So get your paper and pencil ready, and in a few minutes we'll start turning those winter dreams of a beautiful summer garden into a reality. But first, you'll want to know why Thompson & Morgan plants are the superior choice.
Each variety is carefully selected and thoroughly tested for weather resistance and outstanding performance in gardens from Dundee to Devon. T&M's unique combination of the latest technology and over 147 years of experience ensures your plants are raised under ideal conditions. The result is strong and healthy plants that are delivered to your door when they're established and ready for you to grow on.
But sometimes, just sometimes, a box of live plants gets delayed for a week or so in the post. And as we know, without any light and water, the plants will deteriorate. Now, if this happens, Thompson & Morgan promise to replace your plants immediately without quibble. But for 99.99% of the time, your plants will arrive as promised, at the right time and in perfect condition. So, what should you do to get them off to a proper start?
Hi, I'm Nick Turrell. I'm always a bit sceptical about mail order plants, what sort of condition they arrive in, so I want to make sure these go through their paces. There we go, there's the postman. Find out what sort of packaging this is like, because I remember when it used to be. This looks quite improved actually. Here we go, starting off with cultural instructions. So there's our book of words. Don't discard those, very important. Bit of foam, oh that's a good idea, yeah. Handles. This is all looking very disappointingly good to me. There we go, look at that. God, that's actually really good. Yeah, perfect green plants, even though they've been thrown around, dropped through the letterbox. So I'm quite impressed with that. Or you can have this one here, which comes in these little green plastic affairs. I'm sure that's the technical term. Now the good thing about these is that when they arrive, if you're too busy to deal with them immediately, which is really that's the best thing to do, you can stand them up in their tray like this. I'll turn that round so you can see. Stand them up in their tray like that and water this, and they'll stand quite happily there for a week or so before you get a chance to pot them on. So that's another very handy little tip. Put that there. Now we've got 4 different sizes here. This is our mini plug, so if you can order 150 plants in one little block there, look at that, that's what you get, tiny little pack like that. So don't expect loads and masses of boxes of plants when you order 150. Well, you've got a medium sized plug here. Look, see how I'm lifting it out with the leaves? It's always good to do that because when they're this size they're a bit fragile, so try not to break them. That one's already getting a fairly good root system on that, so put him down there. Then we've got a jumbo plug here. This one is, look at that, yeah, wow. Really good root system there, so he's raring to go, I think, on that one. Or, there's this one here, which is your garden ready size. Now, try and think what garden ready means. Yes, it means go straight into the garden, no worry about potting up. So that's that size there. So you can see just how big they all are. Now, I just want to show you something. If you look at this little tiny one here, there you go. Look how big that is there. Okay, so there's your 4 sizes. Once you've got them through, what you need to do is pot them up into some kind of shuttle tray. So I'll just move these over a little bit. There we go. Now, here we go. I've got compost here already. So I'm going to take this medium size one here. Now, very, very technical, this. Very important that you get this right. Put your compost in the shuttle tray. Okay, you're watching, this is the technical bit. There we go. Finger in the hole, firm it in, and make sure you give it a good water. So I'm going to pop a few more in there. Finger in the hole. If you get 2 in a little plug, don't worry, don't tell them about it because that's a free one, all right? So there we go. Finger in the hole, pop it in, and water them up, and then leave them there. And then within about, say, 3 to 4 weeks, depending on what the weather's going to be like, you'll get something that size, and that's ready then to go out in the garden. Obviously, you've got to keep an eye on the frost because these are frost-tender plants, so any kind of frost is going to knock them back. So just keep an eye on the weather, and then they'll be safe to go outside.
Now, do you have your paper and pencil close at hand? Because in a moment we'll be showing you the first of our 2002 Young Plant collections. Now, this video was designed as a companion to your catalogue. So when you see a plant that really catches your eye, note the page number from the screen and jot the number down for quick reference later.
T&M have featured an extremely special climber on the front of this year's catalogue. The Lord Anson's pea is a lovely perennial with sweetly scented flowers. 10 years of extensive breeding have resulted in this award-winning Rudbeckia, flowering on strong stems in spicy hot colours, from paprika to golden yellow. It's invaluable for late summer and early autumn colour. They're also good as cut flowers. The best Nemesia ever. Its compact habit makes it perfect for container planting. This new dwarf delphinium is outstanding in the garden or patio pot. A compact plant that flowers over a long period. Brand new Busy Lizzie Fanciful is the biggest improvement in Busy Lizzie breeding for 20 years. It's a semi-double variety which flowers until the first frosts. So easy to grow. Pin-Up is a new series of bedding begonias with dazzling colours. They're ideal for brightening up a patio or planted in groups in the border. Café au lait is a new bedding petunia with an unusual flower colour combination of rich cream laced with brown veins. Be one of the first to try this brand new carnation that's been specially bred for hanging baskets and pouches, and they're delicately fragrant too. An exceptional dahlia for your border, or as cut flowers, the multicoloured blooms will radiate sunshine over the summer months and into the autumn. T&M started breeding a green pansy over 10 years ago. Now they've built up enough stock to make it more widely available for 2002. A unique pansy with olive green flowers, which vary in colour as the season progresses. Zigzag is a new introduction of this popular plant for pots and borders.
Of course, Thompson Morgan are always coming up with exciting, easy ways to beautify your garden. And 2002 is no exception. Flower pouches can magically transform a dreary wall or fence, even the tiniest of spaces, into a beautiful living tapestry of blooms. Hanging baskets, window boxes and patio pots are easy to create with T&M young plants and will deliver a riot of colour all season long.
I've got these plants here just sitting in water ready for me to sort them out, and I'm going to put them into flower pouches. I've got 3 here to a pack. We've got some swell gel here with some feed already mixed up in it. A pack of that does a bucket and a half of compost, and you mix it all up. And then this is your water wizard, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So let's get on with it. There we go. Right, here's the pouch in all its glory. Now the important thing when you're putting the compost in is to make sure you get the compost right down to the bottom, right into the corners. Do you see there? Look, just beginning to fill out. That's very important. So we'll fill that up. That can go over there. And the idea is that you fill it up to get a nice little fat sausage, a bit like that. Put a peg on the top there, because that prevents all the compost from spilling out while you're putting it all together. So just an ordinary clothes peg will do. And then I'm going to use these begonias here, and poke a hole through there with your finger. It's all highly technical, I'm sure, as you can see. And this just squeezes in. There we go, into that. Then pinch the soil together if you can, just so that it gets the soil around the roots itself. It's all very important, that. So now it's important to get the watering sorted out, and this is where our water wizard comes in, little green thing on the top. Now I'm going to demonstrate how this works. It's usually where I soak myself with water, but there we go. Oh, there we are. Look, you imagine that in the top of that pouch itself. So here's a pouch that we've already done some planting on there. Look, do you see? And you'll notice that we've put 2 plants right in the top there as well, just to complete the whole look. And so then it's a case of putting the water wizard in the top like that and sink it in, and then the water just soaks all the way down through to the bottom. And you can just prop that up against the wall and let it drain through. And to check whether you've put enough water in it, you just squeeze the bottom there, look, and you just see the water coming out. And then that's fine.
Dazzling Begonia Apricot Shades is a real winner for trailing down pouches, baskets and window boxes. No wonder it's T&M's best-selling begonia. A delicate variety of lavender blue campanula with double rose-like blooms. Good in containers and baskets. Its sprawling effect makes it good for rockeries too. Coconut Ice is an exquisite new begonia in delicate shades of sugar pink and frosty white, which is quite unique. An outstanding variety for the patio, with exquisite colourings and fringed petals. Laurentia Blue Stars is a firm favourite, which is a delicate fragrance on summer evenings. Create a focal point on your patio with this spectacular new begonia. It's good in baskets too. With lush green foliage and vigorous growth, it's especially tolerant of hot summers. The double rosebud flowers of Fiesta Sparkler are in a class of their own. They'll keep on flowering right through summer until the first frosts. Choose from a mixed collection or a named variety. T&M are confident that this is the best Busy Lizzie available. So much so, if you don't agree, they'll refund your money. Full details are in the catalogue. But there's no doubt about it. Busy Lizzies continue to be the #1 summer bedding, They're vigorous, versatile, and go on flowering throughout the summer, both in full sun and shady borders. Let's just recap on those plug sizes. The smallest little plug, the mini plug, is ready for you to pot on. It really is excellent value for money. Plug plants may need potting on, or they can be planted straight into your flower pouches and containers. Maxi plugs are over 50% larger than the standard plug and therefore more substantial and perfect for late potting. And lastly, garden-ready plants are well established and ready for you to plant straight outside.
You know, it's easy to get the hang of creating gorgeous hanging baskets like this one.
You don't need a greenhouse to grow these plants, but what you need to do is keep them frost-free. Now, what we're going to grow here is a hanging basket. I'm going to use this hydro store, which makes watering so much easier. So we've got a black plastic bowl here and a cover on the top. Now these are the clay pebbles, and they go there. That's it, like that. And then you need to smooth them around. Okay, like that. Now, pick that up there, and you see how we've got the net in the basket already, and place this into the net itself. Okay, now we need to compost. So, multi-purpose compost. Nice layer of compost on there. Again, if you've seen those big lumps, then you can always break them up with your hands, like this. Okay, spread that out. Then you take a sharp pair of scissors and cut a hole in the net so you can put your plants through. Like that. Okay, now we're going to use trailing Sophinia petunias, and you just poke them through the hole, like that. It's a nice root ball on there, through there into the compost, and just press the compost and firm it in around the roots. And you can put about one every 4 slots, either 12 or 18 plants in these baskets. Right, so we've finished with the planting. We've put some more compost in there, and I'm just going to trim the rest of this edge off, just to neaten it up. There. Now we've got a few more plants to put in along the top, and it's just a case of putting in your finger, making a hole, squeezing them together. Another one here, in there, lovely. And then one left just for the middle. There we go. In there, firm it around. And then it comes complete with a chain, which you can put into these little holes around here, hang it up, and once you've hung it up to start with, it's best to keep it out of any windy conditions, give it plenty of sun, and just remember to water it.
So how does the hydro store work? We poured half a bottle of water and soluble feed into the basket without the hydro store. Soon the water was dripping out the bottom. Now for the basket with the hydro store. This time 2 bottles of water are poured in. It soaks the compost, and any leftover pours into the clay pebbles and then overflows into the reservoir. It means you only have to water every 7 days. Sophinia petunias are guaranteed to produce an avalanche of colours all summer long until the first frosts, available in a mix of colours or as individual varieties. Superb in baskets and containers, they'll also produce a blanket of colour in the border. And there are great savings to be made. Details are in your printed catalogue. Frills and Spills is the first collection of true cascading, fragrant double petunias. And being British bred, they'll withstand variable weather. You can choose the mixed varieties or select your own individual colours, like Candy Floss, a rich pink with a delightful fragrance. Frilly double flowers combined with a heavenly perfume make this petunia a treat for the senses. Lots of buttercream wafer-thin flowers. These crisp, clean petunias also have a sweet fragrance. Weather-resistant, they're great for baskets and pots and in borders. If you want something different, try this, a miniature cascading petunia. It's a vigorous plant, smothered in unique bell-shaped flowers that change colour from soft apricot to darker shades of pink. Also available in cherry, it's beautiful, it's tolerant of all weathers, and it's easy to care for. It's hard to beat the ivy leaf geraniums for growing in baskets and window boxes. Tomboy is currently the most popular variety grown. But new Bojangles Tom is hot on the trail.
Now, sweet peas are an undisputed British favourite. Their heavenly fragrance of T&M's floral tribute will waft through the summer air and fill your garden with scent and colour. With help from T&M's rustic wigwams, they can take the back of your border to glorious new heights for a continuous parade of fragrant blooms.
Just got this willow wigwam through the post. I'm keen to actually get it going, put it out here and get my sweet peas growing up it. Now, I'm not terribly technical, but that seemed quite easy. A sort of concertina thing. Stick it into this spare bit of ground here. Right, here's your pack of plants. Now the way to get them out is to squeeze very gently and ease it out, because you'll notice it's quite a long cell tray, which is perfect for sweet peas because they have very long roots. And here we go, look at that. Perfect set of roots there. Now these plants have been autumn sown, which means that they've been sown in the autumn, which gives them an extra amount of time from a growing point of view, so they're really good and strong and they're raring to get going. Now they've also been pinched out once. Now any of you who've grown sweet peas before will know that once you start pinching them out you get a much bushier, stronger plant. Okay, so these have been pinched out so they're ready to go straight into the soil. Okay, now sweet peas like a nice, rich, composty sort of soil. I mean, there's plenty of manure in here. And then we go, plant them in there, firm them in. And once you've got them in there, plant them out. Ideally go for a nice sunny position because sweet peas like it nice and sunny. But if you haven't got an area of ground like this, you can grow them in a pot like this. Remembering, of course, in a pot you've got to give them plenty of water, and a liquid feed is always good as well. Tomato food is perfect because it gives them all the sort of nutrients they need for flowering and producing a good long season of flowers.
T&M sweet peas, grown from winter-sown plants, are given the best start in the garden. This variety provides outstanding fragrance, exhibition-standard blooms, and the widest colour range. And remember, as soon as you place your order, 50 sweet pea plants will be added to your list for just $2.49, an unbeatable offer. But you might just want to indulge yourself with more of these beautiful flowers by adding them to your order at the normal price. Giant fully double flowers make these fuchsias simply irresistible. A delightfully scented pansy with varying shades of creamy yellow and lilac. T&M have put together a new collection of fuchsias with variegated foliage supporting dainty cascading flowers. Much improved Cape daisies are dwarf, neat and bushy in habit and produce masses of flowers that stay open for longer. They'll flower all summer through with an impressive show of vibrant colours. A true star of spring. Easy to grow, it provides excellent ground cover. T&M think of everything. To make your gardening easier, they found a lightweight hoe with a unique cutting action. It has 4 cutting edges that slip effortlessly through the soil, chopping off weeds from every angle as you push forwards and backwards across the border. It takes half the time of a conventional hoe, and you won't end up with a backache.
You don't always need lots of space to be surrounded by beautiful blooms all summer. Pots are perfect for dressing up patios both large and small. Now, a clever way of getting more blooms for your money is to fill your pots with T&M young plants. They cost only a few pence each, and when grown on, they're just as lovely as a £25 pot from your garden centre. And you did it all yourself.
One of the things about terracotta pots is that they can be very heavy to manoeuvre around, so that's why I like to use plastic pots, much lighter, that look like terracotta. Now, first thing you need to do is make sure you've got the drainage hole in the bottom there. Very important drainage, especially when you're in pots like this. So, to add to that drainage, you want to put in a bit of this polystyrene, or if you've got gravel, it doesn't matter. These are just old plant pots. Break them up. There we go. Into the bottom there. Just adds to that drainage, it really helps. And then we need to get some multi-purpose compost. Pour it in there. And ideally, you want the level of the compost to be just underneath the rim of the pot. Once you water it, it'll start to go down as well. There we go. You always get a few lumps as well, so it's always good to break those up. Bit of stick there, don't really want that. So, nice level there with the compost. Over to these plants. These are just summer bedding plants, loads of colour. As you can see, nice little packs of 6 there. Nice little rooted cells, perfect healthy little plants ready to go. So, we'll get cracking. Put a little hole in and nicely firm it in, so when you're watering, the roots get established. Make sure that you give them plenty of water. And also give them a liquid fertiliser as well. Again, tomato food is perfect. But make sure with a pot, obviously they've not got that extra soil, so plenty of water, keep an eye on it as well.
A subtle blend of blues and creamy whites makes this a recipe for striking impact, placed anywhere in the garden. Another well-chosen colour combination of cool whites and sunny yellows. The compact dark green foliage is smothered in dainty flowers during the summer months. A good companion plant to bring highlights of sunshine yellow to any collection. A fast-growing basket and container plant with distinctive yellow flowers. Choose as a collection or buy individually to make your own colour combinations. With distinct tricolour leaves, Lamium is an excellent ground cover plant. The soft foliage in grey and cream makes this a versatile plant for all types of baskets and tubs. Bacopa has always been a bestseller, perhaps because it's not too demanding to look after. You can select individual varieties or choose the collection. A delicate trailing plant, which is perfect for baskets. Fragrant bicolour blooms of pink parfait look good enough to eat.
Sweet and juicy strawberries, sun-ripened in your own garden.
Supplied as garden-ready plants for patio pots or for growing in the open ground, this exceptional variety will bring you a bumper harvest of juicy strawberries. Thanks to modern technology, T&M are able to produce this range of popular bedding plants very economically, which allows them to pass any savings on to their customers. Tolerant of wet weather, T&M's Jackpot is one of the most versatile geraniums for planting in borders. Usually mixed with other plants, Lobelia performs well on its own too. Quite a combination of striking colours and intricate patterns. Easy to grow, these exotic-looking flowers give a magnificent bedding display. The spicy clove scent of these stocks makes them popular for pots, borders, and for cut flowers. Orchid petunias are firm favourites and have been specially bred for growing in borders. A dainty begonia guaranteed to produce masses of colour. They're great in flower pouches too.
Thompson Morgan supply a lot of their plants in little pots, just like this one here, like these delphiniums, and they're ready to plant straight into the garden. As you can see, there's a good root ball there. Or you can pot them up into 3.5-inch pots.
The aristocrats of perennial summer flowers, T&M's delphiniums will produce tall, strong spikes in their first year of planting. A new lupin with jazzy bicolour flowers, crowded and strong stems, ideal for the back of the border. The creamy white flowers of this popular variety looks great planted with strong colours or other pastel hues. Impressive performers are the cascading geraniums. These include the Swiss balcony types in lilac, pink and red, which flower profusely all summer long. The dazzling stripes and unique markings of this popular ivy leaf geranium gives it tremendous impact. Free flowering in rich bicolours with a powerful sweet fragrance. Dianthus tropic butterfly will create eye-catching displays. A stunning and vivacious new variety for bedding in sunny borders. The opening buds release a wonderful fragrance in the early morning and evening. Fantastic outdoor climbers and superb conservatory plants. Both varieties produce tangy, edible fruits. A fantastic array of colours and an abundance of cut flowers for your home. What more could you ask for?
Whether mingling with roses or scrambling over a fence, creating a standalone sensation in a patio pot, clematis add dramatic presence to any garden. An exciting offer combining clematis and a free video on growing the Queen of Climbers is coming up in just a few moments.
Now, apart from the compost, all of this kit comes mail order. Now, these are our plants. There you can see it's got a pretty good root system on it already. But what you need to do is make sure that you just pinch the top out to keep it nice and bushy so it produces a really good bushy plant all the way up this wigwam. Now you'll just be able to see, I'll just switch over, there look, we'll just pinch that top out there like that, and that's perfect, that'll give it a nice bushy plant. And then it's just a case of poking a hole into the compost, putting it through and firming it up. Now in a pot this size you probably only need 3 plants, so just take through, there we go, one at the back there, like that, and then another one over the other side.
Clematis must be one of the most versatile climbing plants in the garden. There's a great offer coming up later in the video. In pots and borders, these outstanding varieties create colourful displays. Commonly known as the blue wax flower, this Mediterranean native has adapted well to the UK weather. Very much an in-plant, why not try it in your border? The vibrant colours of this dahlia will make a bold impression in any border. Freedom USA is an easy to look after rose, and planted as a hedge it grows quickly to establish an attractive screen. Pansy Can-Can is a new and frivolous variety that merits centre stage in your borders and containers. Stargazer is the world's most popular lily. The highly scented flowers are at home in patio pots, the border, or in vases.
Wouldn't it be nice to have your own resident expert to guide you through some gardening tricks of the trade? Well, T&M have the next best thing. Step-by-step demonstrations on video on popular subjects such as fuchsias, pruning, clematis and lots more. There's always plenty to learn and fresh delights to discover. This year, more than ever, T&M's catalogue is filled with irresistible special offers.
As you know, as soon as you place your order, no matter how large or small, 50 sweet pea plants for just $2.49 will be added to your list. That's worth £12. It's a big saving of $9.50.
T&M's Busy Lizzie offer is an unbeatable way to give more flower power to your garden. 52 plants for $2.99 will be added to your order when you spend £25 or more.
Let's just look at what you can do with 52 Busy Lizzies. Well, you can plant a flower pouch, fill a hanging basket, put some in a patio pot, and the rest will go in the borders, with some left over to share with a friend. That's 52 plants for $2.99 when you place an order for £25 or more. They're worth £11. That's a saving of £8. It's fantastic value for money.
But there's more to tempt you.
Spend only £39 and receive 3 plants of Clematis ceboleae for only $3.99, plus a free video with tips and advice on how to grow clematis. The video itself is worth £10, so that makes an incredible overall saving of £35. It's a bargain you simply can't pass by.
Just think, with a £39 purchase, you'll receive an additional 50 sweet pea plants, an additional 52 Busy Lizzies, 3 clematis and a helpful video, all for less than £10. That's an extraordinary saving of over £53.
Once again, backed by popular demand, is the Lucky Dip offer. If you like pleasant surprises, the Lucky Dip is a great bargain at $5.45 for each pack, worth at least $9.45. All the information is in your catalogue.
By now you've seen the plants, you've seen the results, and your head is probably swimming with ideas. Believe me, ordering your plants is much easier than making up your mind.
Just post your order form with your payment in the free post envelope provided, or ring us with your order and use your credit or switch card for payment. You can also order online at thompsonmorgan.com.
As you might imagine, every year we hear all manner of encouraging comments from satisfied customers. You met a few at the beginning of the video.
Some talk about the quality plants, the wide selection and our expert packing. Others appreciate the value for money. Remember, there are no post and packing charges.
It's a confident feeling knowing when you order from T&M, you have a century-old tradition of excellence, plus the reassurance of a 14-day money-back guarantee. In fact, T&M believe that Busy Lizzie Fiesta and Petunia Frills and Spills are the best varieties in their class, and they'll give you a refund if you don't agree with them. So, while those visions of abundant flowers and colours are still dancing in your head, why not place your order now and take T&M up on their promise to help you create your most beautiful summer garden ever?
They will get a strong, healthy plant through the post for them to grow away, and there should be no problems whatsoever.
I find the plants easy to use.
Oh, I've been very pleased with the standard and the quality of Thompson and Morgan, and I'm going to buy some more next year.